I had a letter to tell me to come to court at Westminster today, but not come. However, I believe if I'm accused of something in court, I should have the right to be in court.
Absolutely.
I've come today to join the protest.
Right. What were you accused of?
Holding a sign. I believe that the devastation, the system in Gaza and Palestine is not acceptable by any count in our society, and we should do everything that we can to protest against it.
It'd be nice for you lot to go out there. Go out there. Go to Gaza, see how they treat you lot out there.
So you saw the police take down the stage?
Yes, yes.
Right.
The police, who have been corrupted by the evil Zionist lobby, took down, singled out one of DOJ who was beginning to set up a stage upon which people, good people, would stand and say 4 forbidden words, which you're not allowed to say. I can't even tell you what those words are, because...
Say it quietly.
No, I daren't. I daren't. Anyway, so yeah, that's what they did. They singled him out. He was gobsmacked because he was just setting up the stage. Obviously, they knew what was going to happen and what was going on, and they just want to shut down any form of dissent. Basically, what all these good people are standing up against is this evil genocide. You know,
it's about genocide.
That's really what it's about, and we are being closed down, and the police just don't understand really what it's about. So look,
they've just taken away a tiny little stand and speakers and have arrested and handcuffed the people putting up the stand and the speakers and have dragged them away. You could see somebody visibly in acute pain, handcuffed behind their back and being carried in a way that was putting pressure on their hands for putting up a little table. I mean, where is the right to protest?
Have they broken the law?
No, there was a police officer just there who said, please do your thing this side of the barrier. I'll be able to find the officer who actually said that. He said, defend our juries, great, but please be this side of the barrier. They've just done exactly what the police asked them to do. It's crazy. I want to find that officer and say, you just said defend our juries could be this side of the barrier.
What's going to happen now? Is that it?
Well, that's obviously not going to be it. No, people have come from all over the country to protest against genocide and the weaponization of terrorism laws to silence opposition to genocide. Nobody's going to, stop doing that. It's mad. Just going to mean there's more of it.
Hello everyone! We were meant to have a stage, but apparently it's illegal in the UK to have stages. So we will continue without, and we are not allowed to have amplified voice either, but that's because our voice is loud enough!
Stand for me over here for me.
What's wrong?
You'll be under arrest.
Do you want to read my speech?
Anything you do for me.
I've got a poem about Palestine action. Don't say Hamas, don't say Hezbollah, don't say ANC, don't say up the Ra, don't raise the Palestine flag, but raise the Unionist, the Zionist or the Union Jack. Don't suggest bringing down the terror regime. Don't suggest taking out a killing machine. Close your ears to the screams of the dead. And for God's sake, don't say death to the IDF.
Did you print this yourself?
No, I got it from somebody.
It's wonderful.
Hey everyone. The police appear to be arresting people. We were going to have our speeches and performances first, but we're evidently arresting everyone. So we're just going to go straight into the main bit. So if you want to start a queue around the corner, with the open bulb and everything, you can all know the plan. Just start forming a queue, take it in turns, come up here, say what you're going to say. Remember, don't go on. But yeah, we're just going to get started. So, queue going from there around the corner. Okay, so make your ways round to form the queue and then shout as loud as you can, saying what it is you're going to say. Obviously, being aware of all the legal stuff, hopefully you all are. They're coming towards me anyway, I'll get us going. I support Palestine Action, I'm a member of Palestine Action, and I encourage everybody else to support Palestine.
You have forgotten your 9 Peel values. You have lost the support of the public. This is not policing by consent. This is not policing by consent. Thank you.
A member of Palestine Action. I support Palestine Action and I urge you all to support them too, because saving lives is not terrorism.
Carry me away. Right.
Yeah, the back
Saving lives is not terrorism. Saving lives is not terrorism. I support Palestine Action. I support Palestine Action and encourage you all to support Palestine Action. Otherwise we'll never end the genocide. These people should be arresting people. I support Palestine Action.
I support Palestine Action. Saving lives is not terrorism.
And they lack in humanity.
Tell the people of Palestine that everything that is done by Elbit Systems is legal. Tell Shireen that I saw burnt to death whilst working as an emergency nurse and paramedic, that Elbit Systems is legal. Tell Youssef's mother, after we watched him die for 3 hours after an Elbit drone shot him in the stomach, and other Elbit drones hovered over us to stop us as medics get into him in Gaza. Tell Ahmed, who sat in his bomb crater holding on to a rock because that was all that was left of his family home, and he held onto his rock and he wept for his wife and he wept for his 6 children that had all died in his house. in the crater of which he was sitting when it was bombed by an Elbit drone. This is what Britain calls legal, calls a legal business. Shame on you. You hoard the sovereignty of this country to a holocaustal, genocidal, infanticidal state that calls itself Israel. Shame. Met police, you are being used as a tool. You are a tool for oppression and fascism to enable a holocaust on 6 million people. Shame. Shame on you. Absolutely bonkers. You've got the blood of Palestine all over your boots, and I'll clean it for you in my Dŵr Cymru. Shame on you. Absolutely bogging. Absolutely bogging. Do what again? Tell me what I was doing that was a Section 11 of the Terrorist Act when I have seen your colleagues being blown to pieces in this city when I worked as an emergency paramedic here. Action! So tell me
Palestine, action!
Whatever it is, that is a Section 11 of the Terrorist Act. I need to know what it is so I may refrain, officer. So mopping is now a terrorist act? No, it's a terrorist act. Well, why can't I do it then? Why can't I mop? Look, this is not terrorism. Is anybody terrorised by my mop? No! Look at this terrible terrorist mop!
We love your mopping!
There we are.
You are mopping for the people!
Section 11 of the Terrorist Act. No. Terrible terrorist mopping.
You're mopping the
terribly
truth.
terrifying. Are you terribly terrified, officer? Are you? I can see the terror emanating from you. I can smell your fear because of my terrible terrorist mopping. What an insult to your colleagues that have died under acts of true terrorism in this city. Shame on you. Thank you very much. I love you too. I love you too. We are here for love. Love is why we are here. Love of humanity is why we are here. Love for our brothers and sisters worldwide is why we are here, and to stop the terrorism of Elbit system. Stop killing children, and then we won't have to mop them. Terrible terrorist mopping. Go on, smile. You've got
a crime to say? In the UK, it's a crime to say.
Palestine action, we support! Palestine action, we support! Palestine action! Palestine action, we support! Palestine action, we support! Palestine action! Palestine action, we support! Palestine action! Here, storm. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Cooper. David Lennon.
You absolutely have to do it. But they don't do. How can we not do that?
Yes, my name is Humayun.
Humayun.
Yes.
Where do you come from originally?
Pakistan.
Pakistan. Okay. So, what brings you here today?
You know, the people is standing up for the justice against the oppression.
Right.
Regardless of who they stand up against.
Right.
There is always a right and there is always a wrong. So you are with the right, not with the wrong. So I am here. I'm here to see that for past few thousand years, we have not been with the right or with the wrong. We have been who we support, who we belong to, what is our ethnicity, what is our religion. Now you have come to the basic fundamental of life, which is humanity. You can't be a good Christian if you're not a good human. You can't be a good Muslim if you are not a good human. So this is what it shows, the humanity, and that's where everything kicks off.
Absolutely. Well said, this lady.
So, what have you got to say about this day?
It's a fucking shit show, mate. It's absolutely disgraceful. Let's not beat about the bush here.
When you hear
hundreds of people are being arrested today for saying forbidden words. I'll leave you with it, but you might want to record this rather heated conversation behind me. You have lost the support of the public with what you are doing. Can you name any of your police skill values? You have lost the support. It's disgraceful. You are arresting people who are standing up against the genocide.
That's fine.
You call people madam, but you have lost your support. What you are doing.
You're entitled to it. You don't know anything about me. Okay, you don't know anything about why we're here really, because you are.
Colin, oh, you don't know anything about it, madam. Believe you me, she knows good and bad. What you're doing is bad.
There's obviously a lack of understanding, isn't there? There's a lack of understanding.
It brings me to tears, so it does.
It is really upsetting to watch as well.
I don't doubt it, but everyone coming here saying what they're saying, doing what they're doing, knows what's going to happen.
Do you think it's a
So
genocide?
realistically, I don't quite
Do you
understand
think it's a
why.
genocide going on?
If people are like they're doing this willingly, everyone understands why they're here. I don't understand why then people are surprised it's happening, because everyone knows it's going to happen.
Nobody's surprised.
You're acting like it, madam.
I think we're all angry at what this country has come to, and it sits somewhere between absolute rage to witness it, but also really big sadness. It's just really sad. To think that this is what the country has come to. For me, anyway. Other people, other things.
Do you ever report back to your leadership, to your line management, to say you think what you're doing on these taskless jobs is ridiculous?
What, so what, the Prime Minister?
No, I mean, who do you report to? The sergeant, who do you report to?
I report to the inspector.
And do you ever report your concerns back to them to say you think what you're doing is a waste of time? With you're doing here.
But that's no different. I'll change that lady. There is a legislation in place. Yeah? You didn't get to choose it. I didn't get to choose it. So when do we decide, as a police officer, what legislation we should and shouldn't enforce? Because if we did that, that'd be even worse than what's happening now. If I got to decide, well, actually, I'm going to let that burglar go, but I'm going to nick that burglar. That's completely perverse. That's completely perverse.
We've all done jobs where we think what we're doing is stupid. We talk to our boss and we say this is a waste of time. Let's change the strategy. And I don't see why being a police officer is different to that. The world runs on common sense.
Yeah, the police
right?
got nothing to do with setting law though.
What about common sense?
Well, we've all got common sense this way.
So why are you wasting baby? How many police officers here? What, 200? Probably more. Imagine if the beneficial effect they could have in London.
We all know it's just there in the
stopping burglars, like you mentioned.
Because we knew people were going to come and commit offences, so the police shouldn't have done anything about it. So we just leave people commit these crimes, but in other crimes we shouldn't enforce it. In other crimes, so you want us to pick and choose.
Tackling violent crimes.
I think you guys are a different response.
Violent and dangerous crime, we should be tackling that.
Yeah, definitely we are.
Violent crime in London. Why don't you go off and solve a violent, dangerous crime out there?
What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm not telling you that.
Right. Well, we're micro-analysing my job and my role, what I do. What do you do? Where do you work?
If I was ever to ask, if I was ever asked, does it make me immoral in my job, I would say no, I won't do it.
Have you got that freedom in your job, have you?
Yeah.
So what do you do? I'm curious.
You could go and work in anything you wanted to. How long have you been a police officer for?
15 years.
15 years. And I'm sure in that time you've done a lot of great work stopping burglars and stuff. But this isn't great work. This...
Yeah, but you know what, mate? When I go and arrest someone who needs to be arrested, someone can come down the street and say to me, that's not great work. When it's a 16-year-old who's got a knife on him, someone else is saying that's not great work, and you might say it is. So I'm not going to where am I?
Need to be arrested?
Yes.
Why?
Right. It's against the law. It's as simple as that. And these people know that, and that's why they're here.
But whilst you're here wasting all the time, there's lots of dangerous violent crimes happening around London.
That's what they want to do. They want to break the criminal justice system. That's their intended stated aim. That's why they're here today. That's why everyone's here today, to get arrested, to break the system.
That's only if you're arrested.
I think it's more.
Why is there no common sense?
It's nonsense, mate. We're just going around in circles.
There's no common sense to it.
It's fine. It's your opinion. I'm not here to.
Have you ever reported those concerns up to your line management? Going back to my original question.
No.
You haven't. So you've never applied your own common sense to say what we think you're doing is a waste of time.
No. I don't think it's a waste of time.
I don't think you've got any common sense there.
I don't think it's a waste of
and that
time.
probably applies to most of your colleagues. Have any of your colleagues ever spoken to their leadership? Who's the head of the police corps? Rowley?
Yeah.
What's his first name again? Mark Rowley. Surely he's the guy to speak to. Did ever report to Mark Rowley and say this is a waste of time? There's so many violent, dangerous crimes going on around London. We could be tackling those.
Honestly, mate, it's a nonsense argument.
Well, what's more important to police? Dangerous, violent crime or this? Out of the two.
What's more important to you? What about child sex offences?
Yeah, you should be tackling that.
Right, so, and there are people doing that today.
Well done.
And there are people doing that.
Anyway, going back to that question which you avoided, what's the more important crime to tackle? What's the more important crime to tackle?
All crimes are important, sir.
But what is more important out of those two crimes? This.
I enforce them all. What do you think is most important?
Well, I think the police should apply common sense to triage.
That's not the question, is it? So, like, you're a call handler, and you've got a burglar, a rapist, a phone thief, a serious RTC, some child sex offences. What are you going to deal with?
Why does this need to be police?
You pick.
If you weren't here,
what are you going to deal with?
If you weren't here,
I don't know.
If you weren't here,
it's not that easy, is it? Because it's not that easy.
Why would this need to be police?
There we go. So we try and deal with it all to the best of our abilities, and people don't appreciate that. And this sort of thing today, everyone knows why they're here.
I appreciate what the work the police
and a bit childish to say, why is this happening? Because we know why everyone's here. It's a stated aim of the organisation of being here today.
Because none of you are applying common sense to report to your seniors.
You're just repeating yourself now, mate. I'm quite happy to have a conversation, but if you keep repeating yourself, there's no point, is there?
Anyway, look, I do have a job. It's not in.
That's fine. That's fine.
Let them do that first.
So give me some space, I'll sit down. No, I'm not walking. No, I'm not Palestine will be free!
Lovely rest of the day.
You're the lawyer. Guys, can you just move back, please? Move back. He's coming in clear a room. Bringing someone through. Just clear a room. And then there's another 5. So
Right, everyone ready? On me. 3, 2, 1, live.
How do you know I don't in my own personal
Because you
life?
didn't know about any of this. I just told you all of the information. All I'm saying is that please, like next time they send you to a job like this, learn why people are doing this. Learn what's behind it.
No one is disagreeing or disputing what you're saying, right? When it's legal. When it becomes illegal, that's when we have to separate.
And when the goalpost keeps changing, is that right?
But it don't change like that, does it? It has to go through. It has to go through Parliament.
No, but it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't just change like that.
It has.
But it doesn't. I mean, we could stand here all day, me saying.
But we're talking from a point of actually we know what we're talking about. You're the one who came in here not having known anything about the case or the Barclays case.
That's irrelevant for why we're here. Right? We're here to make sure that everything's legal. The people that have done things that are illegal have been arrested and they've been taken away. Everyone else is still here.
Okay.
Everyone else is giving a peaceful
let me give you another piece of information. One of the reasons why Palestine Action was proscribed is because our secretary of, I don't remember, Yvette Cooper, at the time what secretary she was, had internal, private, undocumented meetings with the CEO of Elbit Systems, which is an Israeli arms company, and they put pressure on the UK government to proscribe Palestine Action.
But this is stuff that you've been told, isn't it?
No, it's not stuff
like
I've been told.
Everything.
It's
There's two sides to everything.
No. There's no two sides to a fact. It happened. It's true. Yvette Cooper and Keir Starmer have been having secret meetings with Israeli weapons companies. It's in the news.
Oh, and we all believe what's in the news.
Well, I've seen some of it.
Exactly, some of it. So why choose what you can?
But there are records. There are records. There are records.
But like
there
this
are
gentleman
documents.
just said, it was in the news,
I'm telling you,
and
sir,
you believe
I'm telling you,
parts of the news.
But it's not just someone talking in the news about something that they don't know anything about. There's evidence. It's investigative journalists that went in there and looked through documents and looked through government meetings and looked through everything. And I'm telling you, Elbit Systems put pressure on the UK government to proscribe Palestine Action.
Alright, so it's been nice talking to you.
Thank you.
I've got to go.
Do me a favor and learn about these things.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So how many people have been arrested, do you think?
Well, I don't know the exact figure. People have said it's at least 200.
Really?
Apparently 500 people signed up to be arrested. They're
Wow.
still arresting people. We'll get the figure once
Right.
once it's all
Yeah, well,
by
but
the end
I
of the
mean...
day. But I would say it's easily in the hundreds.
As many as that?
Yeah, I would say.
Okay. So, excuse me, what do you think of what's happening here today?
She supports Palestine action.
Put your hands in the air if you support Palestine action! You're all under arrest! I'll see you in Belmarsh! We're all members of Palestine action! Some of the police are secretly members of Palestine action! I know this, I've seen the list!
This chap is all
I'm a member of Palestine Action! Secretly members of Palestine Action because we're on the side of goodness and justice and virtue. Anybody got any requests? Any other words you'd like me to say? We're all here to support Palestine Action. They deserve our support, especially the ones in prison. They've been sentenced as terrorists, but they're not terrorists. Yes. Neither am I. None of us here are terrorists. We're subject to terrorism laws.
The announcement is, I believe, that the High Court will now, Supreme Court will now hear the appeal. I hope for the good of the British people that this whole pantomime of calling peace activists terrorists can be brought to a proper end, and that the police can actually get on with solving crime, and people who oppose genocide can get back to pressuring their MPs and political leaders so that we can end the genocide in Gaza. So I'm really happy that it has happened while we're all here. I think this is a good way today of having made the point that this is an unsustainable situation where anyone who says they support Palestine action is arrested as a terrorist. It's not sustainable. It's not in accordance with human rights in Europe, with the European Courts of Human Rights. It doesn't match what you would expect in Britain with our history of civil disobedience, changing things like the suffragettes did. So I'm really, really proud to be able to announce that the High Court will actually now hear the appeal, and hopefully
to annul this court's protection. So Elbit Systems, we're gonna shut you down. Maybe we could sing it. Elbit Systems, we're gonna shut you down, shut you down. Elbit Systems, we're gonna shut you down. We're enabling the correction to annul this court's protection. So Elbit Systems, we're gonna shut you right down. To shove your sick prescription. Please been
the Home Office process as a terrorist organisation. So under Section 44.
Really? Which one?
Well, it's well known for indications of their views on Palestine action. That it's against.
I didn't say I supported Palestine action.
So are you saying you don't support Palestine action?
So I'm going to say no comment.
Okay. Right.
Well, I would like genocide in Gaza to be stopped, and I would like weapons that are being sent in that the genocide stop going. And I would like a diplomatic solution to what's happening, particularly Palestine. And I've seen all the hospitals destroyed, children losing their limbs. There's 90% of the buildings are uninhabitable. So I mean, I would like to see an end to that. A humanitarian. I don't mean violence or terror to anyone. I stand for peace.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to explain to you. So under Section 44 of the terrorism act. Section 45. Section 45.
Can you move a little bit back for me, please? Mom, you need to move this way. Okay, I'm going back. You don't need to push back. Let me move a little bit back. Yeah? Thank you. Give me some space.
But we're going to do it by legal methods.
Afraid of old grannies.
I spoke into a megaphone to make an announcement. I was asked to do that by others.
So
to say that,
just listen for a second, and I'll let you speak. Under Section 45 of the Serious Crime Act, we've observed. I'll leave
also rather dangerous.
I've been told. I have been told by people that I can be quite right.
I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can, but keep it to yourself.
It is nice to go to church.
Yeah. This is the second time.
But the nice ways always well. It isn't nice. You told us once, you told us twice. But it's just that price. We don't mind. It is so
Are you? Right. Are you part of the process? I'd like to be part of the So any direct action. It doesn't have to be direct action, okay? I'm going to be arresting you for section 12. Okay, you do not have to say anything that may harm your defence. You do not mention what questions that put you later alive. Yes. Would you be willing to provide me your name details? Not right now, no. Okay. So the necessity for your arrest is to obviously ascertain your details. It's going to be to ascertain your details. Okay. And you get custody to obtain your name, address, and to prevent a further offence. Okay. Would you be willing to walk over to the carrier?
I will walk because I don't like being carried on. Difficult job. But I have to walk very slowly.
Okay, do you have any medical conditions?
No, apart from that.
Okay, do you take any medication at all?
No.
Just am I okay to take your bag?
Yeah, sure. You can carry that for me. Thank you very much. It's quite heavy.
Is this yours as well?
That's mine too, yeah.
Would you like a hand up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Just take your time. There we go.
And your little man. We will very
I support Palestine Action. I encourage all of you to support and join Palestine Action. Saving lives is not terrorism.
I support Palestine Action. I'm a member of Palestine Action. I encourage everyone here to join and support Palestine Action. Saving lives is not terrorism.
I oppose genocide. I support Palestine Action. And I encourage everyone to support Palestine Action because saving life is not terrorism. I oppose genocide. I support Palestine Action. And I encourage every single one of you to support Palestine Action too. Because saving lives is not terrorism.
I oppose genocide, so I support Palestine Action, and I encourage everyone here to support and join them too, because saving lives is not terrorism.
And I'm a member of Palestine Action. I support Palestine Action, and I encourage everyone else to do so. Taking action to stop genocide is not terrorism, and weaponising anti-terrorism legislation to stop people taking action to stop genocide is shameful and unconscionable.
genocide. The UK government is helping Israel commit a genocide. We have an obligation to stop that.
Someone else with you.
I also support Palestine Action. I call on everyone here to support Palestine Action. There is a genocide going on in Gaza. Over 37,000 people have been killed. I call on people to support Palestine Action. Saving lives is not terrorism.
There's nobody behind me at the moment.
Just been released. I'm on bail. I am going back now because I do not support this genocide. I support Palestine Action.
Having just been released from Holborn Police Station for a Section 12, I stand here today and say I support Palestine Action. Terrorism. We all should be standing here saying we support Palestine Action. But I encourage all of you to join Palestine Action. Their membership is open. I'm sure you can all sign up for it. Apply at palestineaction.com. I'm sure you'll be able to get a membership. I oppose genocide. I support Palestine Action. Saving lives is not terrorism.
Yeah, I just needed a film for it. I don't like it.
No.
Oh, this is second hand.
Wonder why she's going to be a broke bitch.
Have you got any issues we need to be aware of that's been picking you up?
My right leg and my right leg are not good. So.
Oh, Vicky, in here talking about Tommy. Vicky, what's going on with your mate? I think you need to
that's fine. We'll finish that down. Obviously, we don't want you to come to any interested literally just stand up and we'll have
You're about to get blocked now, lads, because you're a dumb fuck and we don't want you here. Goodbye.
One on each shoulder and one on the head. No, we know. Good. Thank you.
Right. On the head up, no, on the head, officer.
3, 2,
Harmony,
1.
you appear to be mixed race, so even more shame on you. Harmony, I'm not going to let you stay in here. Tommy, and you're mixed race, girl. You can stay in here children because you're not actually capable of raising a child outside of your culture.
You're the arresting officer. Go and check this car. When we carry it, you guarantee you should make it easy to get so we don't need any officer. I'd appreciate it. Be able to get any joke from all the best for carrying it. Carry it. On the head officer, guys. 1, 2, 3.
This is the most ridiculous thing ever, isn't it? Lying on the floor outside of court. I think I've now got section 24. All the fucking genocide. Incredible. What else can we do? What else can we do? There's nothing else we can do.
Create some space, please, here.
part of a campaign to lift the ban on Palestine Action on the grounds that we consider that their actions are well covered by press law and do not need to be called something.
Okay, I see. Thank you for explaining that.
Well, it's a misuse of the English language to call that terrorism.
Well, you know, who am I to say? I'm just here. Oh, okay, lovely. Thank you. Unfortunately, I've got nothing to do with the government.
No, exactly. If you had, perhaps things would be better.
You take care.
Sorry about that.
No, that was wonderful. I didn't catch the first part of what you said to her.
Well, I'm not quite sure which was the first bit, but basically...
They asked, why are you here?
That's right.
And what did you say?
Well, if that's going to say, to support the Defend Our Juries actions against the prescription of Palestine Action on the grounds that the actions of Palestine Action are well covered by criminal damage and do not need to be called terrorism, which is, after all, the word means to terrorise people. You name me one person who's been terrorised by this. One person got accidentally injured, but the jury recognised that he had not intended to injure, and nobody else has been injured. This is not terrorism. This is exactly the sort of thing that the African National Congress or the suffragettes and various other campaigns, including civil rights, have carried out and are now regarded as heroes. I mean, ridiculous.
It is.
She said, interestingly, I'm a peace officer, I'm not part of the government. I don't know if you heard that, she walked away.
Well, I thought of pointing this out to her, but the point is that I actually don't entirely follow the same line that everybody else knows. No, but we're all different. I know that Defend Our Juries says don't talk to police because they're trying to get information out. I tend to not follow that, but I'm very careful what I say, and I don't think I said anything that would have incriminated me or anyone else. I mean, they know that there's a Lift the Ban campaign, but I had a similar experience when I was arrested the first time, when the guy who arrested me was with me for some time, and I ended up, although I was the first to my van to be arrested, I was the last to go through to the reception desk, and by that time we were in the holding room with glass, people could see us, his camera was now off, and suddenly when we were the only people in the room, he said, "Can you tell me, why are you doing this?" So I told him much what I just said to you, and he looked very thoughtful.
Yep.
And they are people after all, and I know because I work in a team, I'm a doctor. I only work part-time and I'm coming towards the end of my career because I'm in my 70s now, so if I do get struck off, it's not going to be the disaster that it would be if I was half my age. I recognise that when I'm working, my loyalty is obviously I'm caring for the patient, but I have a lot of loyalty to my team that I work with. The police will have the same. They are asking a lot to ask them to step out of line. A lot. And I don't think they're likely to do it. So I don't ask them to. I just say, you're just doing your job. I would say something if I thought they were doing something out of that, or injuring someone deliberately, and there have been times when that has happened, and clearly they're not saints. Some of them are going to be anything but, and some of them do, I'm sure, do things that I would disapprove of, but I have to say that my experience of them has been that they've been very humane with me. Of course, I recognise that I'm privileged. I'm elderly, white, I've got a respectable accent, and I know that their prejudice and racism will make a difference, but on the other hand, I'm not going to actually try and wind them up.
You're not the only one who's had that. I do know that.
Have you been arrested yourself?
No, but people have been with those in the station, and they've said exactly what this lady has said as well. So everyone's experience seems to vary depending on their arresting officer, really is depending on that arresting officer.
Absolutely.
And then the sergeant, whoever the sergeant is at the station. Yeah. Some are more reasonable than others.
Yeah, I mean, some you haven't got any chance with, I'm sure, but nevertheless, if you treat them like humans, they're more likely to treat you like humans because they're humans, and that's universally true in any circumstance. Okay, I've never been in a torture chamber, it might not be possible there, but in most situations it's just...
You never know what Burnham's got planned.
Well, look, I haven't got that much faith in him, but I don't think that's on the cards.